Hello, welcome to KnightHeartGaming. Welcome to Guardian, our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play D&D game. Before I want to let all the guests introduce themselves, but I want to clear a couple things. I'm sitting right on Brad's face. Sorry, Brad.
He likes it. He likes it.
It's a good place for you to sit. Full disclosure.
I love that you looked down as you said that. Like, sorry, Brad.
I'm sorry, man.
I do kind of wish that I could hide a little bit. Brad's lucky.
Also, thank you belatedly for that raid from Reaper Miniatures. If you joined via that, thank you. They know we're doing something different this evening, and I guess they even though they knew we wouldn't bid up, they pulled you over. So I appreciate that for the raid as well. I want to give a quick thank you to Sirenscape for providing our background ambient music.
Yes!
I did that. I finally got it. Also, a huge shout out to Reaper Miniatures. They sponsor some things for us, so some miniatures, and we do some giveaways. And so it is always lovely to have them in your corner. Anything else tonight that I need to do? It's going to be a little different. Do expo? No, I'll let the players introduce themselves because I hope that the best at introducing themselves. And I'm going to start with, because our technical director wants an order, I'm going to start with Mick.
I was afraid of that. Hello, I am Mick. I am also Mrs. McSpaz. And are we doing character introductions too, or are we just...
Sure, why not?
All right, I am a tiny pixie who is a bard.
Nice. Anna, I think, is the next one on there. Thank you, man.
Okay, yeah, I'm Anna B. Meyer, and normally I do maps, a lot of maps for various role-playing games and stuff, but tonight I'm going to play Halsey, and she is a Medusa sorceress.
Very nice.
Oh, I think I forgot to say my character's name, didn't I?
Well, well, get back in here.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Persimmon Bramble Splash, or just Persimmon.
Oh.
Wait, what was that? One more time?
Persimmon Bramble Splash.
That's a mouthful. I'm going to attempt that a few times.
Just call it Percy.
Who's next, Dan? Brad.
Hi, I'm Brad. I'm going to be playing Lom. We'll just go with Satyr. He's a Satyr. He's not used to being a Satyr, but we'll probably get through that.
Okay. Heather?
Okay. I am Heather. I am Polyphilia in the chat, and I am playing Razran Steelstep, a Minotaur monk.
Sweet. That's all exciting stuff. Cindy?
Hi, I'm Cindy. I'm Psycho Cindy down in the chat. I am playing Jade. She is a war cleric centaur.
Nice. So as everyone noticed, you can these are all mythical creatures that everybody is playing. So it is slightly unusual in that set, but we have enjoyed it. These races are available in various forms, and we've created some to make this work out. And this is almost a playtest, you could say, for those. This story is going to take place in a homebrew world, but in a more mythical side of it. And perhaps not the same timeline. We'll see how that goes. I don't want to spoil anything for the players. But I did create a little intro for all the players and for everybody to give a little feel to characters a bit. So if you want to roll that for us, Anne?
that intro's so good.
Wow, that made me want to feel some things.
Yeah.
Like I was watching that intro, like, man, I want to play in that game. Oh, cool.
I know. I felt like I was starring in a movie.
Oh, I love those forests and stuff. They look awesome. Yeah.
This is our episode 1 introduction. So we are working on. We're going to all get used to each other a little bit, and that's why it's called introduction. Typically, we might chat. We might do theater of the mind outside of terrain, but I've made sure that everyone's minis are represented on the table anyways. So you can see what you painted. That's a stand-in mini for you, Cindy. That is not your final form. It's the one we have available right now.
It's all bueno.
So this is a story about Guardian and being maybe a reluctant guardian for this. Lom, you have not been, and I'm going to pull everybody into this as we go. Lom has been inhabiting the City of Doors for a while. You've gone on a few adventures, a few roaming around a little bit as you were sucked in sort of out of your own will, being, well, as near as you can tell, dead, nothing but blackness. And then now you are, I don't know if you're getting tired of the place, but I know that you have your own adventures in mind and things you want to do, places you want to go, areas you want to explore in the wider world than a city. And I told you originally that it would be about as long as you would be ready to go and experience some other adventure before this would take place for you. So I'm going to leave it on you to tell me, before we get sucked into this mythic world, how long do you think that is for Lom?
Well, he's probably been kicking around the City of Doors, just trying to get its bearings and get used to being in a place that's, not where he's from and not where he ended up before coming here. So he was probably, getting acquainted with, with the city and with, this new reality that he had discovered. So he's probably been tripped out for a good solid 2 to 3 months minimum. Maybe as long as like 6 months, just kind of, waking up every morning, trying to, walk around and figure out what's going on and make a name for himself. And that's about it, man. So between 3 to 6 months, probably, after the last adventure he went on.
Okay. And what deity does Lom prefer?
At the moment, probably. Well, he's new to the idea of religion, and I think probably in his ventures throughout the City of Doors, he's probably become heard the name Daraska, and has been interested in what Daraska might offer.
Okay. So for everybody, including those that might be in chat, I'm decided to put a little beginning here. Important deities for this adventure you might want to know, just as a bit. Daraska is god of strength, for those that are wondering. I'm keeping these short. Apara is a goddess of war, and those will probably play a role in this story. Nereases is a sorceress tied to water in this world. Often she's thought of as purposefully sinking ships and doing unpleasant things to those who don't properly appease her. And then Alessandra is the Archfey of Shadow and Death. I did not put this on Discord. Yep. So those might be important to know for this particular adventure. Lom, you are sort of wondering what to do, sitting in this bar. I assume. I don't know. Where that would be a hangout for you. It's nice.
He might be in the bar, but he might not necessarily be with the mindset of drinking. He might be having a drink, but more watching the patrons to make sure nobody gets out of line and everybody's doing kind of what they're supposed to be doing. Making sure no fights start or really get physical.
Okay.
Like a punch here and there, and everybody goes back to drinking. That's cool. But if it gets out of hand, he'd probably step in.
Okay. So you are approached by just a slightly hunched figure. What's your passive perception?
13.
13. Okay. We're gonna passive perception. I'm just gonna go through a little bit. Persimmon, what's your passive perception?
14.
Halsey?
11.
Rosran, right?
Razran, 11. Very perceptive.
Okay.
Yep.
And Jade?
18.
Wow.
Oh.
Nice.
Jeez Louise.
Okay.
I picked
Somebody knows what's going
up
on.
observant.
I did not.
Lom, in your time here, you've learned a few things about the city of Sigil. One of the things that you have learned is that deities are not allowed in this place. It is governed very strictly by the god who watches over it. Assume it's a god. Deities aren't allowed in and out. And one of the reasons in your learnings, especially with the high level group that you were with for a temporary stint, one of the reasonings is because this doesn't just lead to any plane, it leads to any when as well as anywhere. And you could muck about a lot if you were a deity and had the ability to change any when as well as anywhere. And it's one of the reasons, the belief of, it's kind of mysterious why or how anyways, but it's one of the reasons that there's a popular belief that you can't get in and out if you're a deity. So an hunched man approaches you and seems to hone in on you specifically and walks right up to you. And he looks up and says, "You're Lom."
Lom sets his drink down and turns to him. Yes, I am.
"Yes, I have something for you." He reaches in and he pulls out this key and he hands it over. "This is a gift I've been sent to give you from Daraska, or an envoy of."
Lom looks around, make sure nobody overheard him say that. Did he himself give you this, or who was his agent or
If it
representative?
was Daraska, then they came as a mortal to me and approached me. Wanted me to give you this key and said there would be a place for you on a ship behind a door.
Well, I thank you. Did he say anything more about the ship or where the door might be located?
The key will lead you to the door directly. The ship, well, on the other side, one has been summoned for you. It will arrive and be peopled or helmed, I assume. I know little beyond that. I only know what I've been beckoned to do for you.
But you say you were told that the key would lead me to a door.
Yes.
I hate riddles.
Oh, no, this isn't a riddle. And he puts it in your hand, and it spins in your hand and comes to a stop, pointing a certain direction.
Looks at it in his open hand and kind of looks at the guy and then turns 90 degrees and watches the key.
It turns the 90 degrees.
He closes his hand. I thank you. Were you paid for bringing this gift, this message, or are you expecting payment now?
I
He kind of
did it
reaches
as
for
a
his purse.
service to Daraska. May they bless my family for generations.
Okay. Mom pulls out 2 gold and gives it to him. Says, "We'll take this as a donation. Thank you."
Thank you. And he takes it, and he just turns around and walks out.
So Lom will probably turn around and kind of nonchalantly finish his drink, watching the bar. Take about, not drinking real fast, probably take another 5-10 minutes finishing his whatever he's drinking, beer probably. Leave a couple copper on the bar and stand up and walk outside and kind of follow where the key points. He's going to kind of try to be sly about it, maybe not let everybody see that he's got a key that spins around in his hand and points directions, but follow the lead.
Okay. So you were following the lead. We'll let you do that, stuck in that place. And I'm going to shift over to the appropriate timeline and other people. I'm getting a signal. I'm not sure what it means. Oh, yeah, sure. That works. Persimmon. What would you be doing right now? Where would you be at? Tell us a little bit about.
I would assume at this point that she has kind of begun her journey, so maybe along the closest town or city. And essentially just pull in little mindless pranks to whoever may cross her path.
Okay. That seems innocent enough. As you are traveling then, since you're on your way to a place, you see approaching you on the road a hunched over figure. Well, approaching your direction, not as though they're
Right.
approaching you.
I would like to attempt to hide.
Okay. Stealth.
Alright, first roll. It's an 8.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
All right. Well, this is not a road that's in the camera, but it's what we're going to use for this meeting place, because where it happens doesn't necessarily matter. And for the sake of this, I'll remove everyone else outside, because that's what Anne was getting at. She was doing a fine job.
That guy's cool looking.
Yeah.
As your approach gets closer, you're hiding. Oh, wait a minute. We're in the right place now. Sorry. Persimmon was well hidden on the side of the road, but coming right for her, as though she was clearly visible to his eyes, the traveler approached, and didn't seem like a traveler in their stature. Stood quietly in front of Persimmon for a moment before speaking. Ah, a wonderful boon it's been to find you here.
I don't know who you're talking to. There's no one here.
Well, then I could just go about my merry way, I suppose. But there's a wonderful opportunity that I would like to proposition to you. If you're interested in fun, adventure, or just perhaps enjoy a little company.
Well, even though no one's here, no one is a little interested in what you have to proposition.
I see. Well, so looking off in the middle of nowhere, no longer at you, or at Persimmon.
I try to move and scoot around a little bit, just so I'm not in that same spot.
The old man, who as you move, notice Persimmon, you are seeing that the old man has broader shoulders than you would think. Not real familiar with humans. Stares off at what you know to be the direction of the ocean. If I were looking for adventure, I would know that a ship peopled entirely to help you on it would be appearing at the shore of the beach, a small stony beach and cove on the Isle of Ceres, which is your current isle that you're on. They will wait no more than 2 or 3 days, but we'll be there for you if you were looking for adventure. But what does an old man know? He gets up. The old man got up, shuffled away down the road.
Behind him, while he was like looking away, and I like kind of shuffled around. I don't know what this cantrip is, but it's called Colromancy. And it says that I can summon a custard cream pie. I would like for him to step on it.
Okay.
That's beautiful, and I love it.
Oh my gosh, Persimmon is the best.
The old man seems to hesitate his foot over it for just the barest of moments, and then steps beyond it and continues to walk disappointingly to Persimmon.
Oh, honestly, that's fair. Begins flying towards the beach of the direction that he
Okay,
gazed off towards.
that is perfectly fine. Okay. Helsi, where might we find you?
In the city.
Okay. that is not a city sound.
That just depends on the city.
Not with that attitude.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
That was
Maybe she has a sound machine.
Maybe
Maybe.
she is a sound machine.
Yeah.
You know, like those.
Maybe she's
sleepy
in
ones.
Miami, which
She's
is
like,
a sound machine.
Shh. What?
you don't get inspiration in this campaign for that.
Do I get inspiration in another campaign for that?
Yes, but not for that.
Sweet. Oh,
Wait, but we can get inspiration in this game, right?
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
we can.
Is it by being awesome?
Yes.
Because check.
Halsey, you are idling some time in the city.
Yep.
But there are many other cities, and there are many other places of interest, but also there are many other purposes out there, sort of mulling over in your mind your recent time in the city. As exciting as it's been, as much as you've done, and feel like you're missing something. You're not necessarily sure what, but there it is, sort of eating at the back of your mind as you sit. And
Yeah.
as an old man walked through the estate, approaching you, directly looking at you, and yeah, okay. It seems unusual to see in this house. Occasionally, beggars come by and ask for food,
Yeah.
and it's given out. But it would be unusual that they might make it this far into.
He doesn't look like a beggar. A
No.
rich beggar, maybe. Yeah.
Looks more like an elder of sorts, but not one you've seen in the town before.
Okay.
Just upon his whole visage, though, is this very confident and feeling to him as he approaches. And as he walked up to you, he stops just a few feet back and looks at you, which could be unsettling to you. I'm not sure. But happily meets your gaze and says, "Halsey, you sit idle in this home. Perhaps you would be interested in a larger deed of valor, or just visiting a larger city. The city of Levresi awaits." Levresi,
Okay.
in
That's,
your mind, is a very, you would know, it's a very large city.
Yeah.
Probably the largest.
that sounds very interesting. So why do you want me to go there?
Well, I feel as though you would enjoy the city, but more importantly, to me, you could earn great reward amongst the gods.
Doing
There is
what?
a missing item, and the king is going to be sending people for it. I'm here to find the right people for it, and not the first people to the king.
Okay. So you're working for the king?
I am not. I don't have a place at the king's side. I have a place in the interest.
So are you
of this
working for
item.
anyone, or are you working for yourself?
I'm working for myself, you could say, but for the good of the people of Lavresi.
Halsey's not sure if she believed that last bit, but so far it's interesting. Yeah.
I would have you join a group who is capable of returning this lost artifact. I would have you sail with them to the city. Prove yourselves the better group to the king. And then return the item.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Definitely. And what is this item?
Oh, it's a bauble, you could say. It's a globe, a large stone, a large pearl. If I was to put a fine point on it, a very large pearl.
And why do the king want it?
It was in transit to save the city. Things put into place and in motion many years ago have rekindled. The only thing that can save this city is this item. And as it was put into place, Nereses stole it from a crew.
Okay.
She has taken it to her home, lair in the mountains or beneath the sea.
So saving the city, now I'm getting really curious. This is interesting. So saving the city from what or who?
From the heavens.
Oh, now she's smiling and saying this is really interesting.
Well, I see I've piqued your interest. There's a ship.
Definitely.
It will be ready to debark on a quiet shore of the island. And he gives you the location. Says, make your plans. Be there in a day. And it will take you to the city of Lavresi.
You kind of sold me on this idea. This seems interesting. May I ask who you are?
I'm just a simple beggar of knowledge, you might say.
Oh, that makes two of us. And she feels a little bit of a kinship with this guy. Yep. He might be a weirdo too.
He might be.
Yep.
And he turns around and says, may the gods bless your journey. And
thank you.
Walks around. It was odd to have someone that comfortable around you. You don't necessarily feel that always. People are comfortable around you, but they're just, a concern, you might say. Is there anything you'd like to prepare for this? You'd like to get ready before you go outside your normal things?
A sea journey. Well, she needs to have a little bit, so she gets like a bedroll and stuff like that, so she has somewhere to sleep in case the accommodations are way beneath her status, just in case.
Yeah, there was no mention of accommodations, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she gets her adventuring gear ready, and some rations to survive a little bit in case the food is bad too.
Fair enough. We'll let you get that ready, and we'll find out how Jade is doing. Yeah. For now, we'll use this. I promise good things to come. Wait. But for now, this is you.
Wow.
It's a
Yeah.
Hollywood stunt double, and like they always have a mustache when they shouldn't. That's the way Hollywood stunt doubles go. Here's the actual mini that we are painting for you, though. There's what you will be.
Oh,
Cool.
now I look small next to this big guy.
That doesn't seem like a wise position from which to shoot a bow.
How about you mind your butt?
You know what? Those centaurs are notoriously proficient. I bet you got it anyway. I'll shut up.
Yeah.
I don't
High
think my
dex,
character
that it doesn't
even
matter.
really uses like a bow like that, to be honest. But it's neither here nor there.
Jade, where would you be found?
I feel like Jade would just be probably like in like some kind of like wide open space, like maybe hills, mountains, like just adventuring, traveling through, hunting, making camps, and just kind of like doing her own solo thing.
Okay. Out in the middle of nowhere, Jade sees an approaching figure. It looks like a woman through the field, wearing a dress that seems entirely inappropriate for being out in the field.
I'd probably like perplexed as to why this person's out in the middle of nowhere, but not phased as to like whatever she chooses to wear. Does she look like she's approaching me, or does she look like she's just lost?
She looks like she's lost.
Okay, so I'd probably just go up to her and I'm just like, "Hello, did you need some help, or are you hurt or lost or hungry?"
Oh, fine, Centaur. What is your name, that I may call you by it appropriately?
Oh, my name is Jade. How can I help?
Jade, I was wandering these hills, looking to pass the time, really. And I've come upon you. And it must be a blessing.
I hope so. I will say being out here is definitely a way to pass the time. I enjoy it the most.
It's a wonderful field. Have you seen many or been to many places?
Yeah, I'm kind of a lone traveler these days, so I just enjoy seeing the scenery.
I see. I feel fairly safe. I've come from a small town, small port next to a beach. So much excitement I've heard going on there. A ship has come. They say that the king of Lavresi needs heroes. I, of course, am not a hero, but it was exciting to see all of the activity, the loading in and out of the ship of traveling supplies. I don't know what special task is being done, but there's no city larger and no king with greater renown. Whoever took upon such a task would be well known and well named.
Well, I do think it would be nice to have a destination for once. So maybe that's something that I'll have to look into. I haven't used my weapons in a while.
If you wish to try your hand at that, the ship is, I believe, leaving in less than a day. But you'll find it at a small beach.
Okay. Well, thank you. Is there anything I can help you with? Do you need help getting somewhere, or perhaps something to eat?
No, I'm enjoying the pleasantness of this wheat.
Okay, well, thanks for the pleasant interaction. It's always nice to deal with someone who is, I don't know, pleasant.
She waves and walked away.
So I would assume that Jade would just start to kind of like gather her things and just begin traveling again.
Fair enough. Okay. Rosrin, we come to you.
Yes.
Where might we find you?
I feel like I would be found in a lightly forested area, making camp.
Lightly forested labyrinth.
A lightly forested labyrinth, making camp for the evening. In my labyrinth.
Okay. That's fair. So, coming out of the lightly forested area, as you're making camp, you didn't see the approaching Fae.
Does one ever see the approaching Fae?
I mean, sometimes.
With a passive perception of 11?
That's probably why you didn't see the approaching Fae.
Yeah.
So one quick flitter around you, and sorry, I'm clapping for Anne, who's moving the mini. One quick flitter around you, and you notice there is absolutely a forest spirit of some sort.
Hello, forest spirit.
Hi, welcome. Are you here
Thank you.
Are you a wayward traveler? I notice you're making camp away from everybody else.
I mean, I don't know that I'm wayward. I'm a traveler.
Oh, well then. I didn't mean to bother you. I thought you would be with the ship
What ship?
on the beach. It's a small but able-bodied crew heading off somewhere. I can only see from a distance.
Heading off somewhere.
I wouldn't know where.
That sounds interesting.
Was too timid to approach and ask directly. I've only seen them from behind the rocks.
Which direction are they?
Oh, that way, just over the rise, by the wall that faces the ocean.
Perhaps I will see where this ship is going. Maybe I can go with.
Oh, I've seen all
Yeah.
types. I thought about it myself. But it's not for me. I have a forest home here.
Well, I have no home, so I will try the ship. And he starts picking up anything he's set down for camp and makes his way in the direction that was indicated.
Oh, before you go, and this creature flies up, and the face as you look is very, I'll say it like this. This creature's face is non-committal.
Who wants to commit to just one face?
It seems to be shifting a lot. But it is a forest spirit, and maybe that's not too unusual. Just reaches out and hands you 3 berries. says, "A blessing for your journey."
Thank you, forest spirit. And he puts them in his waist pouch carefully. Or a pouch.
He takes off back into the forest. And and will you walk everybody over to the ship since you're excited about it?
I was expecting a bigger boat, but I'm okay with this.
I was just going to say that a ship, I kind of, will we fit all of us in there? Yeah.
Hey, babe.
Maybe this is the ship that you take. This is the little boat that you take to get to the bigger ship that can't pull up to the beach itself.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, I would say this is a ship for a pixie. Yeah.
I mean, that island was a whole full-size island, man.
Yeah, exactly. There was like a whole domain for a pixie, and this is a whole ship for a pixie. Yeah.
Giant forest. It's a giant forest.
Yeah.
there is.
Calling everybody out right now.
Yeah.
As everyone approached the ship across the beach, simple sands, a crew is busily, a very small one, but busily stocking it full of supplies.
Are they pixies?
Yeah, I was
No.
gonna
I was
say,
just going to say,
small.
us
How
plus
small?
a crew on that ship, that must be a very small crew. I'm glad I brought ration,
It's a
my own
it's a bunch
food
of
because I was
pixies.
just at the start. Yeah.
Pixie pirates, I'm here for it.
It's a
Yeah.
diminutive
Yes.
Yep.
pixie pirates.
It's a very
Can that
big,
be our
very
next
small
campaign?
crew.
We're all a bunch of pixie pirates.
Yes.
Yes.
Write it up.
The what?
Okay, wait, but can our
Tinkerbell
ship
movie?
like float in the air?
I mean,
Oh
we're
my
pixies. We
God.
can just make it fly.
Do
Yeah.
whatever you
Yeah, we
want to
can
do.
flap it around. Yep.
All right, everybody, race change in D&D Beyond real quick. We're all pixies now.
All right, and
Yep.
Well,
All
we're gonna have to
pixies,
postpone
yep.
for some painting of pixies.
Yep.
it's fine. They're small. It's gonna go real fast.
No, my mini
Yeah.
is next, guys.
Yeah, yours is the pixie.
Yes,
Next.
after the
Skipping.
pixies.
Yeah.
After the pixies.
Of course, of course.
No, Skippy the pixie.
It will be a centaur pixie. Will be like half rabbit and half human or something,
You
Oh my
or like
god.
a hamster human or something. Yeah.
So, there is one particular person that seems to be in charge of this ship. It's not quite a ship. It's very small.
It's
well,
a
I mean,
rowboat with
it's
two
not-
masts in it.
It's not quite that small.
Boat-like.
This is it looks small to minis because minis
Yeah.
are like that. This is about, you would estimate 35 feet from front to back.
Okay, that's a decent sized boat.
That's good.
Yeah.
There is no hollow to sleep underneath. The people sleeping here would be sleeping on the deck of this ship, though, and it is fitted with some oarlocks as well as these sails. So there's a little bit of imagination you have to use because there's no oarlocks on that miniature, and the design is ideally a little different.
It's controlled by warlocks. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I hope my mic actually got through that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Just being, having fun with it.
I'm
Yeah.
just being rad about it.
You're allowed to be brat about it. So you all end up approaching the shore at nearly the same time, approaching the ship. And there is a man standing there at the bow of the ship, which is up on the beach, helping to put some things in it. I'm keeping minis out of this that would take away necessarily from all of you. There is a crew of 7 already on here, and that's not too bad. They mostly row and sleep on the deck, and they're happy to see you all. So as you approach, I'm looking for volume control Oh, well, I actually have the right volume control right here, so I'll use it. All right. As you approach it, they look up and wave, and he doesn't look surprised at all to see any of you. He says, you've come. I was told you would all arrive. As soon as you're ready, we can make way.
Damn, Heather, from this angle, you look big as hell, girl.
Girl,
I'd be
I am big
scared.
as hell. Thank you.
I'd
You
be
should be.
scared. I would be scared
Yeah.
to see you coming at me. I'd be like, you know what? Maybe I should have picked this fight.
You shouldn't. He's a big bitch. He's a big guy. I'll PG it a little bit.
Pretty big.
He big. Don't fight him.
Yeah.
Persimmon wants
got a
to
whole
fly
hammer.
around.
Just fly around the ship.
Fly around the guy's head once he says that I'm glad you guys are all here, and then just go up to the top of the front mast
Okay.
and just kind of sit.
Where is the cream pie that you were going to make him step in?
Yeah.
Oh man, that'll come later. They have to not expect it.
Exactly.
We need to be in
He
the
knows
middle of
you're
the
here now.
sea. Well, in the middle of the water, and they know that there's not any other pies on board.
I mean, that's pretty awesome, though. Like, if you're just hungry, you can just be like, let me just get some pie real quick.
It doesn't supply
Bam.
any nourishment.
Aw,
Like
sad.
that
Too
attitude.
bad.
So I guess kind of Lom looks around at everybody just kind of showing up at the same time and watches the pixie flitter around this dude's head and fly up to the mast. And as it looks at the Medusa and looks at the Minotaur and looks at the Centaur, kind of shakes his head, shrugs, and walks up to the guy. Who's this guy? A human? An elf?
Appears to be a human.
Regular humanoid looking guy?
Yep.
Hello. Where are we going?
I'm here to take you to Lavrasi.
Larassi.
Lavrasi.
Okay. Well, kind of looks at the rest of the people standing. Whenever you ladies are ready to, whenever you are ready to depart.
Oh.
The Minotaur isn't a lady, I think.
Minotaur is not a lady.
Minotaur is not a lady.
I don't think he
Doesn't
knows
appreciate
that. He
Oh,
just looks at one female, looks at the other female, looks at the pixie. He's kind of, I guess they're all ladies. I don't know.
Minotaur just looks at you
Elsie
and
is
goes,
no lady.
like her already.
From way up high, it is kind of a little shrill because I'm so small and so far away. You just hear a, let's get on the boat, have an adventure. Just let's do it.
I love it.
Yep.
Okay. On the
All
boat.
right, so I get on the boat. I feel like I'd probably like say hello to everyone though, just kind of be like introduce myself, like, hi, I'm Jade. I just traveled here to seek adventure, get my feet wet in some battle. It's been a while. And then,
Hello.
once
am
I introduce. Oh.
Yeah, I think Razwin would just be like, nice hooves.
Thank you. I made them myself.
Wait, did you say that? Did you say nice hooves?
Yes.
Wait, do we all have hooves except for
Not all of us.
Medusa
I
and
don't-
Pixie?
Yeah.
Yeah, all three
Yeah,
of
I
them.
think the rest of you have hooves. Yeah.
We're mostly hooven.
The original mini we had picked out for persimmon was cloven hoofed, actually.
Oh, that would have been so good.
That would have been
Damn, I will be
great.
the only
Little bitty tiny
non-hooved
hooves.
person here. Yeah.
It was a
Just
small
get you
size
some
mini.
like hoof shoes
We will
or
give
something.
you, well, after we all become friends, we will give you honorary hooves.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honorary hooves. So Lom's going to go hop in the boat and kind of offer a hand up to anyone who would care to take it.
Okay.
Razwin will take that hand.
All right.
And yank him down into the sand, I'm sure.
Yes. And be like, Zaders. They get up in the boat.
Razran's a beefy boy. He's big.
Yeah.
It needs to go in the middle of the ship, otherwise we will tip over in one direction or the other.
I know. Does the ship like
No, he's going
Like,
to hang off the back and kick his
move
little
a
legs.
bunch?
Oh
When,
yeah, that would be good because
get
then we will
on.
go forward fast. So yeah.
The ship seems well built, and there isn't a problem with either Jade or Razran
Okay,
on the
good.
ship. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
He just waits, and when everybody's on, if everybody's getting on, he will start pushing, and a few of the other men will get out and begin to push it off into the sea. Anne's back there. Oh, Anne's moving back and forth.
Why does the human look like he's yelling at someone?
He probably is. It's one of
From
his
that
rowers,
angle,
I'm
he's
sure.
like,
I mean, they're sailors. They're
Yeah.
always yelling, aren't they?
Can
Yeah.
confirm.
As far as you know, yeah.
I know, I have 4 hooves, so yeah,
Yeah.
got lots of them.
Yeah.
I'm watching Anne push this
Fantastic.
ship out. She's so excited to
As
move these
slowly
miniatures around.
As she
Yeah.
can.
The heckin'
So she
animation.
doesn't have to worry about any boobage, so it must be nice. She
Wait,
doesn't have to worry
Frank,
about a
are you
mic hitting
hogging
her
all
in
the
the
boobage
face.
to yourself?
I
I think
guess
Frank is hogging all the boobage.
it'll be me that ends up leaning over stuff and hitting the strange sound buttons.
Or getting the mic when it just like
So
slaps you in the face. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
No, I'm using a lapel because this mic does have a tendency to get excited to see
To-
people, and it just sort of
It
just
gets excited and it just pops you in the face a little, that's all. I was so
I
happy to
love
see
it.
you. Boom.
oh, look at that,
Oh.
Razran. You're perfectly sized.
Razran feels so, yes.
All right, and off you go. They it doesn't seem like what's the best way to say it? It doesn't seem like it's rough sailing at all. It seems rather quick. Winds are with you, and your way is open. How many people have been at sea?
I don't know if I've
Wait,
ever
how
been
far
at
out
sea.
to sea? I've done deep sea
Wait.
fishing, so I've been like
Do
a
astral
couple of
ships
hours
count?
No,
Oh
not
wait,
the
are we
outfit.
talking
Far
us
out
or
for you.
characters?
We're talking about your characters. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think Kelsey gone between cities at times. She's a city creature, so she's probably been on some ship sometime going from one city to the other, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's probably a travel mode she likes rather than walking somewhere or sitting on a horse. Then a ship is kind of probably more her style. Yeah. As long as the weather is not too bad and the food is acceptable. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I can't
Resurrect's
handle Anne
probably
this evening.
lightly.
She's got all the scenic like things going on. I really feel like
Yeah.
that intro inspired her to make this whole thing like a movie that we're watching.
Yeah, now
Give
we got scene
inspiration
after
to
scene.
Anne.
Are you using
think
your
her
hand,
character
or
also
are
should be-
Anne
she should-
for this.
She should just blow and fill the sails so that the boat actually sails.
She's
just-
using
Yeah.
her hand, Mick, not our
Okay,
other
'cause-
trick.
well, because we can use the one of the plexiglass, like one of the flying risers,
Hmm.
and then it's invisible.
Ooh.
Yeah. Need
I
to
feel
push
like
it with something.
Exosia would
Yeah.
be all about this meaty minotaur, though.
Exosia would absolutely be all about the meaty minotaur, first of all.
It's a good
Cat
thing.
Vincent subscribed. Thanks.
Thank you.
you.
Yeah, it's fine. They dream about each other. They've just never met.
Yeah, one day.
The first day out is perfectly fine. No issues. Nothing unusual you'd expect. I would like everyone to roll a percentile dice during the night.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh Lord,
night.
I is nervous. It's our first
Aw.
roll of the day.
No, we're just starting this adventure. First
8.
episode. 8.
I'm scared.
Or 800 if you want to read it the other way around.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't think it reads quite like that.
I got 66.
Okay, 66. Persimmon.
85.
20.
Oh, 85 for Halsey, 20 for Persimmon.
28.
Oh, 28.
I don't know if you're supposed to roll high or low, so
I know.
I'm hoping
Hopefully
low.
it's-
What'd you get, Jade?
Hoping
I'm sorry, I
low.
might have missed it. Low?
No, I was just trying to see what everyone's reaction was to their rolls. Mine is 94.
Wow.
That might be good or not good.
I
Yeah.
know
You've
it
got
could
an
be a
8 and a
very
94.
bad. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So whether good is high, whether high is good or low is good, we got somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
Yeah, we have both ends covered here, so yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's the amount of gold we find.
I'm
I
about
just hope
that
I'm not
life.
swallowed by a fish.
Although my character doesn't really care about wealth, so might not matter.
Oh, I'm a monk. Neither do I.
Darn.
I have a character that does, though.
We know.
I don't, Anne's distracting me.
You're just deciding whether
Is
you're
it
going
with
to
the
tip us all
cleavage?
out of the boat or not.
No, it's actually Jade. Jade, as you're slumbering in the night,
Oh Lord. Yeah.
you have a vision, you might say, a dream perhaps.
Okay.
A woman in full armor appears before you. And you are very perceptive. You make a religion check for me, if you will.
Okay. Ooh, I don't think that was good. Let me see. That's a 10.
Okay. 10. Then you feel like this is a divine presence, but you wouldn't know what divine presence this is.
Which is sad because I'm a cleric, but yes, I hear you.
Yeah. What? Who's your deity as a cleric?
I have no idea. I don't really know all the deities in the
My
thing.
God, no.
Don't hurt me. I was listening to the ones you said earlier. I know you said there was one of war, so I don't know if I would be more inclined towards the one for war or the one for strength.
So the one of war is lawful good. Titles like the Shining Sword, the Just. She's revered amongst paladins, fighters. Strength, war, law. Those are her domains.
Yeah, lawful good does sound about right. So yeah, I think it was Osara or Asara.
That one would be
Something.
Apara. Yep.
Apara. There you go. Oh, thanks, Boo.
All right.
I'll add that to my character sheet.
Well, then it would be remiss in this case. Then you feel like this is a vision from Apara,
Okay.
since you actually worship Apara, and you feel almost stronger, sort of more confident in this journey just by looking in on her, or her looking in on you, as it might be. And she says, you must beware the wind spirits ahead. If you cannot resist their call, they can lure you to your death. On you, I will place a blessing. Use it well.
Thank you so much. I feel so honored to be in your presence, even if not in tangible form.
And you wake up refreshed, feeling quite good about quite a few things. You also, for the time, have advantage on all saves on all charm effects if you didn't before.
Advantage on saves.
Yeah.
For charm effects, and what was the other one?
All charm effects, yeah.
Oh, just all charm effects. Okay. Okay. So I go over to the I don't remember the name, but the humanoid, the human person, and I'm just like, I have heard from my goddess that there are wind spirits ahead. Are you aware of this?
I know they dwell in these waters, but I have not seen them in my last passing. How are we to avoid them?
I don't have that information. All I know is that they are ahead, and that's very likely we'll encounter them. So I don't know if you know of a way to better deter us from their lure.
I do know that they sing songs, and it lures sailors to their deaths.
Did someone mention a song? And then Persimmon takes out a little flute and starts playing.
Oh, but that is a lovely song. The song I was referring to would not be lovely, trust me.
No, I believe it's too lovely.
So
I think I may have a spell But I need to check. I don't know what I picked. I'm not like super sure what I picked up. I may not have.
Everybody
Maybe not.
easily comes awake as the sun from first dawn touches the ship and the sails, begins to warm everybody. How are you sharing this information? I mean, you've talked to the captain, you might say, of the ship, and Persimmon has heard you and is playing a song everybody's waking up to. Let's make a perform check, Persimmon, to see how everybody feels about being woken up to this.
Okay. I imagine it's to bring in the sunrise. Persimmon's an early riser. What am I doing? This is a performance, you said? So a natural 1 for a total of 5. I'm a little rusty.
That's
so
okay.
It's the
that's
best,
okay.
worst song we've ever heard.
Yes.
Probably cutest pixie ever. This is laughable. Yeah.
Every note that's wrong is actually too high in a frequency for everyone to hear.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it just sounds like you're skipping notes.
Yes.
What is this? Jazz? Is this jazz? It's about the notes that you're not playing.
I still would have said it was lovely, even if I didn't agree that it was.
Jazz flute.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. So.
All right, but to answer your question, if the captain, after I told him, didn't make a point to warn everyone else, then I would, I'd give him some time because he's the captain and I want to respect that. But if he didn't, then yeah, I would make some sort of announcement or something.
Okay. Yeah, he does. He turns around and he turned around and told his crew to be steady on the oars in case the wind, in case they had to pull in the sails, basically. When you, he knows no other way to prep.
Yeah, I don't have anything either. We're just gonna have to hope we all roll well.
Okay.
That's dex checks, right? As long as it's dex checks.
I think it's wisdom, isn't it?
Well, I meant just to, if the boat start, I don't know. Look. What if you don't like music? Can you be less influenced by the wind spirits?
Oh my gosh, what if we made, what do you call, something to stick in our ears to keep us from hearing it?
Who doesn't like music?
I feel like Raspberry is kind of grouchy.
Okay, I had a boss before who told me he didn't like music, that he would rather just hear talk radio. So it is possible.
Yeah, I've known people like that. Okay. The day is pleasant. Towards dusk, towards dusk, everybody roll initiative.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I is scared. Oh Lord, I rolled terribly. Terrible.
Lom,
2.
Persimmon,
10.
Halsey,
9.
Raspberry.
21.
There we go. Jade.
Nice.
6.
We got 1.
So
It's okay.
let's
My
see.
last roll was high, so this one had to be
15.
low. It just evened it out, you know?
Oh,
Look,
most of-
Raspberry is ready to kick some stuff.
Yeah. Well, that might be fortunate. Rasmin, you see a disturbance sort of ahead, possibly a rocky area. That's the first thing you see. The second thing you realize is a subtle song. You can just maybe make out a melody.
Oh no. Can I kick it?
Can you kick the song?
Kick the sound.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
You can try.
Razran will, say, I see a rocky area, and I hear something. And he kicks once, just the air.
The air snaps with the pressure and focus.
Ooh, yeah,
and
because I
power
rolled
of
a
your
19
kick.
on that air. To 25.
All right. Everybody else, as you strain to hear this melody that you might hear, make a wisdom saving throw versus being charmed. And if you have advantage or not.
Everyone.
That's
Said everyone else, though, right?
no, that includes you, Razran. That does include you.
Is that
So I just rolled
no.
advantage, basically. I'm not immune. I'm just like, hopefully, better luck.
would you call this a magical effect?
Yeah, I'd call it a magical effect.
Oh, Lord Jesus. What am I rolling? A wisdom
15.
save, right?
Yep, a wisdom save.
Okay.
I need to pick different dice. 13.
13, okay. Halsey?
18.
Okay. This is great. Razran?
5.
5. Okay. All right. Jade? What
I
was
should have
yours?
saved that 19.
16.
16. Okay. You can hear this melody, and it is a very pleasant melody.
Of course, the big boy.
Of course.
Do you hear that? This is nice. I like this song.
I feel like they should have had advantage if they saw it coming, though. And I'm just gonna say that out loud.
I was
do
more
feel
giving them the chance to do something like, I plugged my ears, or I don't know.
That's
No.
what I wanted to say, but I didn't want to tell anyone what to do.
I have
It's
a 10
okay.
intelligence. He's not going to do that.
Perfect. It's perfect. It's okay. It's okay.
He kicked the
Okay.
air. He kicked the air real hard, though, so I feel like that should have bounced the sound back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
I'm
You
a
can't
part.
have it
That's
all
how sound
beauty
works.
and brains. I mean,
You are just standing sort of mesmerized by this sound. That's not a huge deal, though. Everybody else... sorry. You notice many of the men rowing, or not rowing, but holding ready, just lock and look as though, I don't know, waiting expectantly for something that hasn't come yet. And
I could have cast Bless. I'm an idiot.
Persimmon. Actually, let's get this. We're going to use our intro music for this. It's perfect.
Nice.
Persimmon, what would you like to do?
So there are rocks, and we now hear the music. Is there any movement in the waters or on the rocks?
I'll let you make you do see motion ahead. It's shimmering though, but you're not sure if wind spirits would take a corporeal form or not.
Fair. How far out are the rocks?
It must be 300 yards, or 300 feet, sorry.
Jeez. Okay, that's far. Instead of that, then I would like to learn a new character, which is what I'm doing. Okay. I am going to Dorian. Okay. I am going to take out my lute instead of my flute and begin strumming a little song to try to go against the music that is being heard. And I want to give bardic inspiration to Razrin.
Okay.
How many
Yes,
tiny
wonderful.
little instruments do you have on your tiny little self?
Oh my god.
Just
I
out of
didn't even think
curiosity.
about how she's tiny. So her instruments are tiny. It changes everything.
You know, Mr. Krabs playing the world's
That's why we-
tiniest violin.
That's why we couldn't hear the notes that she was missing.
Yeah.
She's literally playing a dog whistle as a flute.
Oh lord.
So this might be a little out of normal order, but because Razran saw it coming, I'll give them an instant chance to save. Using the inspiration if you want it, Razran. Normally it comes at
And
the
bardic
end
inspiration.
Of your turn.
That's going to be an 18.
Oh,
Yes.
excellent.
Right.
So you sort of snap out of this as soon as Persimmon begins to play on an instrument you haven't heard them play on before, a little lute. And Halsey, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm ready just in case don't think she's heard these things, but she's kind of intrigued, and she's intelligent enough to be very curious what this is, but she doesn't have the wisdom enough to cover her ears, so she wants to listen and see what this is. And she ready, so in case something comes out of the water, she has a thunder wave spell ready.
Okay.
Because it's sound, so she can make some noise going back. So yeah.
All right.
You listen to your own sounds.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Jade.
Yes. I would like to cast Bless. Let's see what level. Let's see. There's 5 of us. I don't feel like I would need it though. So yeah, let's cast it at 2nd level. I'm gonna cast it on everyone but myself.
Okay.
And I mean everyone in this party, not like the captain or whatever.
Right. That's why we're not
them.
showing them on the ship.
No.
They're not
Screw that guy.
Yeah, screw
He
that
doesn't need to
noise.
steer the boat really well or anything.
He sucks. Like he's a sea person. He should have known what to do in this predicament.
You would think they would have wax ready to plug their ears.
Something.
Lom.
Yes. I think Lom kind of hears the song playing. It's like, what is that? Why do I hear music? And then I think probably looks up and sees the pixies start playing her song, and he's like, what is going on? And then everybody starts readying weapons and everything. It's like, what is? He doesn't really know what to make of it, but he feels blessed, and he knows that feeling. So he's like, oh, I guess something's gonna happen. And he will take out his longbow and just kind of put an arrow to the string, not really draw it, but kind of standing there with a longbow ready to shoot at something if he needs to.
Okay. Rosrin.
Okay.
The ship does continue to move forward.
Okay. I mean, I think that Razrin will look at the pixie and say nice play. And then not really do anything else because there's nothing for him to He can't see anything. I still don't think he's smart enough to cover his ears until someone is like, hey, cover your ears. Someone wise. So
Someone wise.
he will hold his action if something that he can kick or punch comes within range. He will attack. Otherwise, he won't really do anything.
Okay. You hear a scream, a shout, partial scream, and you look back and see one of the crew being like picked into the air and hauled away. You can't see necessarily if something's hauling it, but also you do see like a faint humanoid outline that looks more wind than human. This would definitely fall into the realm of some sort of spirit. So this man screamed and is grabbed and plucked, snatched overboard, and is being flown away with, as near as you can tell. And I am going to use... we'll use the captain. That is not who got plucked, but the captain.
Oh no.
I know, we'd be screwed at that point. But then it would just reinforce our feelings of how he probably is not the best captain.
Snatched from the ship, flying away. Persimmon.
Okay, so I would like to, seeing him kind of being floated away with a faint kind of outline. How far away from the boat is he?
About 40 feet.
Okay, so between him and the edge of the boat, I would like to... it's vocal only, so essentially Persimmon is going to just be like, reveal yourselves, and cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
Which is a dex save.
Let's see what this dex save ends up. So obviously nothing, that's not as far as the one that's got this.
Correct. I'm kind of trying to get a gauge of how many are in this area.
See 2 figures outlined by the fairy fire.
And I'm gonna fly up and towards the mast
Okay.
to
so
get all the way from this.
into the air a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And Halsey, you see now glowing off to the starboard side of the ship 2 airy figures that seem to be awaiting the opportunity to pluck people from the ship.
Let's see. What range do I have on that one?
It wouldn't have been a good range for what you had ready. But
It emits a thunderous boom up to 300 feet, but it seems to be 15-foot cube. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, right directly in front of you. Yeah.
Yep.
And that would just miss those that can be seen off the side of the ship. Right?
Okay,
It's about 25 feet between you and this first one here.
Yeah.
Maybe 20.
can I cast a magic missile on it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then I'll try to do that. I have one that is... I have it as a second level spell, so... That will be...
Nice.
let's see how many darts. Each dart... Additional darts. 3. That will be 4 darts then.
Okay.
So each dart is 1d4 plus 1. So that's 4, 6. That is 8 points of damage and 10, 11, 12 points of damage.
8 and 12, or 12 total?
Yeah, 12 total. Yeah.
Okay.
I've never played in a game before where someone else is casting magic missile, and it makes me so happy.
Well, at least they usually functions. It's one of these spells that doesn't do much damage, but they normally, because they're auto hit, and they mostly they seem to work on a lot of different things. So we'll see. Yeah.
Oh yeah, such a good spell. I love magic missile.
But I have
And don't
one other
forget-
spell that. Yeah.
Any attack roll is advantage.
Oh,
Yeah,
Thanks to
anything
Fairy
that has
Fire.
an actual attack roll, yes.
cool. Yeah. was
It's an
wondering
advantage,
how
and we
well-
get a plus 1d4 to it from Bless.
Yes.
Wow.
I
And-
think Cindy's muted.
Oh crap, I am muted, sorry. It's because like when I'm gonna type something, I don't want to have it on because I feel like my typing is loud, so I mute it, but I forgot to unmute it, so.
Well, it is your turn, Jade.
Yay! So I actually forgot to say, my character wears her holy symbol on like a headpiece, and so she has like a emblem on the front. I would assume it like glows or something when she is using it. And then when she was casting Bless, it is concentration. So can I do anything
You
while
can,
I'm doing that?
Yeah, you can do everything except for cast another concentration spell.
Okay.
And,
so yeah, she.
and you also can't ready a spell as a reaction.
Okay. Great. I don't really know if attacking these things are gonna be the best plan, but I guess we're gonna do that. I just used Sacred Flame on the one closest to me.
I rolled an 11 dexterity save, so
So that's a fail, and it is going to take 2 radiant.
okay. You can see that the spirit dodged to the side.
So it's just like, it looks like flame, and it just like comes down, which doesn't make sense because it's kind of like air, but whatever. I guess it works.
A slight singeing of radiant light upon the flesh. If there was flesh. All right. Lom.
How far away is the one? Can I see the? Wait, is the one that's carrying the dude visible, limbed in fairy fire or whatever?
No.
Or is it?
No, he is not. Or they're not.
Okay. Well, I guess I've already got an arrow knocked, so I'll just fire at this this one nearest to us,
Okay.
nearest to the boat. Advantage with Bless. That's crazy. Yeah, that'll almost certainly hit. 24 to hit.
Yes, no problems.
Max damage 10.
Wow!
Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it. Love to see it.
And I think after that he'll probably try to get back to the whoever's at the helm, and kind of make sure that guy's okay.
Okay. Yep. And it's kind of hard through the ship, but you are able to make your way towards the back. And holding the rudder is the captain. Razran, you see that these creatures swirling about make themselves difficult for close melee combat.
About how far away are they from like the edge of the boat?
One of them looks only about 10 feet away from the edge.
Okay. I will move closer to that one.
All right.
And I am going to spend 2 key points and do a water whip at it. And it will have to make a DC 12 Dex saving throw.
To avoid being peed on.
Yes.
Razran's whip of water successfully slashes across it.
Oh, no, it failed?
Yeah.
On failure, the creature takes 3d10 bludgeoning damage plus an extra 1d10 bludgeoning damage for each additional key point I spend. I won't spend an extra.
Roll it up.
So that is 20 points of damage.
Oh boy.
Damn!
Wow, that is great. Yep, awesome.
I love it. Love to see it.
Man, R. Kelly's not fucking around.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder how you.
It lashes across.
And, wait, I can pull it 25 feet closer to me, so I also pull it closer to me.
Ooh, interesting.
I can pull it 25 feet closer to me in this 30-foot range, so.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my god, this party is great.
You've pulled it right onto the boat if you want.
Oh,
Love it.
that opens possibilities. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've pulled it onto the boat.
Okay. Phew. Still hovering around with the glow.
Can I get 2 attacks per action. Can I also punch it? Or can I also kick it?
I don't see why not, right? I mean, that just a normal, it's part of your normal attack, your whip?
Yeah, I get 2 attacks per action. Water whip is an attack.
Yep. You may
Actually, wait. I'm gonna use my horns. I'm gonna water whip it, pull it closer to me, and then just rah with the horns.
Nice.
Amazing.
I fucking love that.
I'm gonna
though.
miss. That's a 9. I missed with the horns. I got really enthusiastic.
Are you
I was
counting
over
Are you
enthusiastic.
counting the bless?
I'm not counting the bless. That's a 1d4
Did you?
Also
Did you roll
advantage.
Yes, it's a 1d4.
with advantage.
With
No.
advantage.
Yeah, that's why we're overpowered AF right now.
Oh yeah, so that's a 24 to hit with the horns.
Ah,
I love it so much. I'm
yes. Boom.
And that's
pull
a 9.
forward. The
Yeah,
air
that's a 9 damage.
dissipates around you, and there's a slight scream to the song and the melody as this thing's shape and form are lost.
Nice.
Blows ears out.
Okay. This one moves a bit farther.
Boop. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was pretty, what's the word? Intimidating.
Yeah.
Well,
He's a big boy.
the one that was a little farther away that you have struck, though, swoops down to grab a crew. However, they're going to come down probably in between Halsey and Razran. So if you have melee abilities, you will get an opportunity to strike them as they grab a crew member successfully and begin to haul them off, or to hold it, or whatever you else.
I have
like
a quarterstaff. Can I use that?
Yes, you may.
Okay. Let's see if I. So I roll, and let's see here. So I roll. That's an 8. So yeah. So let's see here. That is a 10 to hit.
You are also blessed and at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you
okay.
can
So then I
freeze
roll
them.
another one. Hang on a second. I roll another one here. Oh, it's 13. So it's 15 then. Yep.
That strikes it.
Perfect.
Wow.
Awesome. And that is a D6, I think it is. Hang on a second. I don't see that here. Hang on a second if I can. Attack. There we go. Okay. D6. 4 points of damage.
Yes. Okay.
Equipment there.
And Razran, how about yourself?
Razran's gonna kick at it. And that's at advantage?
Yep, with a
Yes.
bless.
So that is an 18 to hit.
Yep.
And that's a 5 damage.
Okay.
Do I add 1d4 to that? Or is that something else?
1d4 was blessed for your attack roll.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So he does manage to grab them and fly, not too far away, 30 feet away.
Okay.
You've certainly wounded this spirit. Snatched the sailor out, and it is
We've
Persimmons.
wounded its spirit. That's so sad.
It is Persimmon's turn. You're right. Mildly.
Well, I'm gonna try to wound the spirit even more by yelling at it. You smell like a cyclops' big toe, and vicious mockery.
Ooh.
8.
Oh,
I
it
feel mocked.
fails. And we're level 5, so that's 2d4. Okay, so that's 5 points of damage. Psychic.
Okay. It's a solid strike.
Yes. And then I will kind of fly towards the middle of the boat, but still up in the air.
Okay. And Halsey.
Okay. He's a little bit further away, or can I still reach him? But
30 feet away.
damn, I'll cast another magic missile again here.
Okay. They were on for a moment, and then, well, the one that came on got obliterated.
Yeah, so I do a second level magic missile again here. So that is 3, 7, 9, and 13.
Wow. Okay. The missile tears through its form as the form loses shape. You also hear a slight scream on the wind as the song changes, and this spirit disappears as well.
Yay!
Zink.
Yep.
And drops plunk, a crewman in the water, who immediately just begins to swim back towards the ship.
Oh my god, imagine if he couldn't swim though. Oh my god.
Honestly, yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Wrong line of work.
That's
Yeah.
a good question, though. Can
if there's a
centaurs
rope-
swim?
Yeah, centaurs can swim.
If there's a rope
Like a
nearby, I want to
laggy.
kind of tie it off and throw him the rope.
Okay.
The guy that's swimming towards it.
There is. It does help him onto it. All right, so getting back on this sort of adventure, as it were, the ship, you just took care of some wind spirits, and you've ducked past them, you could say, with the obviously Apara's blessing delivered through Jade.
That's me.
I truly don't have to. Let's see. I truly don't have to use terrain for this. So, in fact, it will not do it justice. So I will do it like this. Excuse me for a moment while I find exactly what I'm looking for.
Never.
That apparently.
Can I just say we really came through with the support spells, man? That was epic.
Yeah. I
No
was
doubt.
really glad there were more inside where I was hoping they would be.
Spellcasting game strong.
Heck yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, we have some diverse capabilities here, so we can deal with it.
I think so. You approach, after that, the city of Lavresi, which is on a very large island. It is the largest city that you know of in this region for sure. And approaching it as you go towards it are large gates right out into the harbor. And you see docks, and this little boat you're on passes beyond all the docks. Right in the gates, the captain waves, the gates open, and you you pilot down a channel that has definitely been dug into the land, and it seems like a flat plain as you go in and enter. As you travel up it, you see that inside this is also inside the walls, or outside the walls as well, even though it's gated. There are walls towards the sides of this channel that you're piloting up. It doesn't take long as you go in where when you first make it past, you see some fields, like settlements, smaller towns, little marketplaces where you can. But then the walls begin to get a little high where you can't see over them. So you're kind of left wondering what's out there. And you get to a gate, and they also open that gate. And it seems like you cross a small channel of land and go into water. You cross 2 gates like this, 3 gates total, where you get to a center island. It seems like it, at least within sort of, it's surrounded by a channel as well. And everyone greets you as you get off the ship, everyone on the docks. And you can overhear some conversation about, oh, new people, new travelers. And they've come to help the king. They've come to save the kingdom.
We've what?
Did you say save the king?
Well, the
I think he said shave the king.
That
Does
doesn't
the
sound
king
right.
need to be shaved?
I can do that.
How hairy is this king?
I did not come here to shave any kings.
I will leave a surprise.
That's not what I use my blades for.
You will leave a surprise behind for those on the docks for someone.
Oh, I mean, sure.
Okay. So the captain says, "You must go quickly into the audience hall. The king will be done today seeing those that he wishes to send out for an envoy. And you are the blessed and chosen ones. He just doesn't know it yet."
Wait. Okay.
Shave
That makes sense.
him?
No, you must prove yourself worthy.
If
To
we are
retreat.
blessed and chosen, would he not know this?
We just must be sufficiently blessed.
So, are we blessed and chosen, or are we proving that we're worthy? Those don't seem to be the same things.
How many blessed and chosen are there here?
Yeah.
Mom kind of turns and eyes up the captain. Goes, well, some of us are certainly blessed. I mean, with nautical skill and a nose for the wind.
Thank you.
Shall we go ashore?
Is that
Oh,
Argo?
he ties off. He ties off.
I don't know what a satyr looks like when he blushes, but that's what Lom looks like right now.
I think your hair bristles around your.
Kind of bristles a little.
Yep. Says, well, not all mortals know who is blessed. I'm sure once you go before the king, he will see immediately that you have the favor of the gods.
Certainly.
I think I'm part of the wrong party. I was just supposed to go on a nice little adventure. What's this about
Well,
saving
when you were
the
with
king?
us. No.
You
Shaving
have clearly
the
not
king.
been on
Didn't you
sufficient
hear?
adventures. This is how the adventures start.
We are past
Yep.
the shaving. Past that. Catch up.
We have. Okay.
If I know anything about adventures, I can tell you this. Soon we will go from this place to another place. We will change dimensions and encounter beings beyond your imagining, and it will wreck your mind. But that is what adventure
I am a
is,
being
I assure
beyond
you.
your imagining.
Fair. That is fair. So are we like at the dock now?
Yeah, he pulls into the dock.
Dock.
He's tied up this ship, which seems to have come through this. I mean, it was mostly good conditions, but it came through fairly well. It was okay, although you're thankful, Helsi, that you brought the bedroll to sleep on rather than rely on a bunk that wasn't there.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good planning. That will be the best move in this campaign from my part. Yep.
And this is a glorious city. When you, as you get off and you get sort of out of the wall that's closing things in, you realize that it's a port town, but it's unlike any port town you've seen. It's sort of circles of land and channels look dug. They're too perfect to be anything else. They're dug alternatingly. And you are on the very center piece of land. And there is a massive temple perhaps you would call it. Certainly something fit for a king in the middle. And that's where this road leads that you've been directed up. And it's a bustling community in this area. The temple you've approached, as you get closer, you realize that it is quite large. And people are giving it deference, but you are looked at perhaps like you're expected. So you're allowed to pass through all the different areas and doors you walk through. And finally you get into, I guess what you would call an inside ceilings where it's blocked off a little bit and the sun's not beating down on you. And inside you see bands of people, small bands, 5, 10, 6, just groupings that have all sort of, they look armed, they look like travelers or adventurers. Some of them look like they've known each other, some of them look like they've been on the road for many years, and some of them look like they're don't really get along at all and seem to be discussing or arguing various things. And you get the feeling that these are groups not unlike yourselves.
So there's like
That
other
guy
groups
recruited well.
of
The
Are they
king
all,
must
like,
really be in
groups of
trouble.
5?
Yeah, sorry.
The king must be in need of something for sure. And they're all groups,
Yeah.
not necessarily of 5, but from anywhere from 4 to 10, you would say.
Yeah, Halsey thinks that the king must be in trouble, or he must have some damn good PR guy that can kind of get the word out the whole world like this.
Yeah. It seems unusual to see this many adventurers or heroes, perhaps, if you want to use
So
that.
Halsey asked the other party members. She didn't realize it didn't struck her until now that asked them who approached them to get to do this. And we got approached by 5 different people, or was it the same guy? I described what my guy looked like.
They all. I was approached by a woman, and I rudely did not get her name. But she seemed like she was just a traveler and didn't have much intent. And she didn't necessarily invite me. She simply just gave me the information.
She lured you in just like me.
A forest spirit came to me and told me there was a ship going somewhere. It was a forest spirit with a very non-committal face.
Oh.
I was
Mine was,
approached by a man with a hat. It was a very nice hat.
That sounds like my guy. Yeah.
Mine was a
And the
hooded,
pixie-
hunched-over man who just spoke to the open air, and I happened to have been nearby.
Okay.
It was
That sounds very
strange.
believable.
Was there a pie?
Yep. Yeah, Halsey makes a note of trying to figure out who's behind this, who's organizing this, because that seems to be a capable, whatever it is. He or she or it is.
It does. Okay.
Mom's probably going to walk around just kind of smiling and greeting people, trying to figure out, hi, I'm Lom. I'm from Waterford. Where are you from? Nice to meet you. What brought you here? Just kind of shooting the shit with whoever's around. Trying to get a feel for, is everybody here for the same thing? How long have you been here? Have you heard anything? Just try to be friendly, make conversation.
Sizing up the competitions friendly wise.
Yeah.
Okay. So make what kind of check would you think Lom should be making to chat these other people up?
Probably either persuasion or insight, trying to convince them to tell me mostly trying to convince them to open up and spill the beans. And then maybe, probably that more than insight.
Then? Oh, persuasion? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Ooh, 18.
All right. You get a few of them are most are very tight-lipped, but a few of them mention that they've had audience with the king, and the king needs a great task done, and they're excited to get their. It sounds like trial. It sounds like a trial, but it's more like as you talk to people, one group says, "Oh, we will be trial. It will be a trial, and we shall prove ourselves the best." Another group, as you speak to them, they sort of relay, "This will be a test of our honor and our devotion, and we will prove the best for this mission, for this journey." So you're not really sure exactly what it is they're waiting for. But they've all seem, without exception, to have been seen by this king. And you would know that this is Castius. I think you would all know. I think it's fair to say you would all know.
King Castius?
Mm-hmm.
That's the king's name?
Yes.
Okay.
Although you wouldn't, typically you would also know you probably wouldn't refer to them as Castius. They like.
For the record, I'm not keeping any notes this game. None.
I love it.
I tried to change it up this time and actually take notes this game, so...
That's my changing it up, is not keeping any. That's great.
Okay, well, we're even each other out here. It's working.
All right,
it's working.
cool.
I tried taking notes once. Nah.
No, you just have to take like surface level notes so that you're like, Maybrick's found an egg and she got turned into a cat.
I
Egg
love
hatch.
Heather's last explanation from the last Maidens game, which was, "We did things."
It's good enough.
I like to keep notes from my character's perspective, so people are like, "What happened last game?" And I'm just like, "Well, here's my story. I don't know what the rest of y'all were doing, but here's what happened."
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
That was the time
in
I
our
tried
Storm
doing
King's
notes.
Thunder game. Yeah, in our Storm King's Thunder game, my character was not intelligent. She got an intelligence ion stone, and so she learned to read and write, and so I take notes from her point of view. They have gotten better as we've gone along,
Amazing.
but it was
That
very
sounds like something
like
fun
notes.
to reference on
In
stuff.
Elvish.
Yeah, she doesn't know that she's learning to read Elvish.
Amazing.
She
Oh,
speaks
that's
common.
funny.
She doesn't speak Elvish, but she can read it.
Awesome.
So,
Fantastic.
I think Jade would also like to kind of mingle if possible, just like introduce herself and like, hello, I'm Jade. I come from so and so because I haven't decided where I come from, and hello, and then like wish people luck. Good luck. I hope you do well, but also you're fighting me, so you're gonna need all the luck.
Convince them that they're all garbage. You may as well give up now.
I just
You're definitely going to
kill
lose.
them with kindness, like be really nice, but also let them know that I'm not someone who should be fucked with. A little bit of both.
Okay, that's fair. Sort of a bothered-looking man who seems to be overly anxious, looking around a lot, has a direction that is very clear, has something to do, just sort of comes by, looks. We've seen everyone, have we not? Has everyone had their audience with the king?
No.
I
just got here.
Not. We have not seen Mr. Cassius yet. Cassius.
I would
God.
like to try
His
to
Majesty.
sneak
We have
around.
not yet seen His Majesty.
We have not yet
I want to
seen
try to
the
sneak
Majesty.
around. Give him a kick me sign.
Wait,
Oh no. I'm just imagining if the Minotaur sees that, Razrin sees that.
What
Sign.
language
Yeah.
do you write
Oh,
this
shit.
kick me sign in?
wait,
Oh,
yeah, that's a
boy.
good point.
Elvish.
Okay.
Oh, I
also,
don't read that.
make a sleight of hand check.
Yes.
Oh, I don't read Elvish either. You're in luck.
18.
He's
Okay.
in luck. That dude is the one that's in luck.
Does not seem to notice as you've put something on his backside.
And then I sneak her back around and rejoin. It's like, oh no, we haven't gotten our. We just got here. We request a presents.
Is anybody in this? It doesn't really matter if this party. I'm thinking of all the other people that may or may not read Elvish. Says, oh, well, we have time for one more. Please come. His Majesty will see you. And opens these doors that are about 30 foot tall, 15 foot wide.
Damn.
And they
Shit.
seem to open very smoothly. They're made of almost a
Dead horse on
reddish
door.
material.
Wow.
Like a red gold of some sort, you would guess if you had to guess. And
I
they
don't think I would know.
silently- And you go in, and the gentleman sort of ushers you all in, and then turns his back to everybody out there and begins to close the door, and you can hear subtle snickering and laughing from behind you as the doors close out the sound of laughter. And silence fills in front of you. A very long chamber, many columned. An unnecessarily long walk, many of you would say, to get to the throne where this king is seated. It is easily 100 feet from this door to the throne. And there are well-adorned and dressed guards as you go up, standing perfectly straight, long weapons in hand, just silently watching you as you approach. And there is a man, human, on the throne, looking. I can hear that. Sorry. Looking at you.
Was it me?
Lom will approach and bow deeply. Hello, Your Majesty. My name is Lom. I understand you are looking for a party to accomplish something. How may we be of service? Kind of looks to see if anybody else has anything else to say.
We just met, but we succeeded in some unexpected heavy battle on our journey here. So I am what's the word I'm looking for? Confident that we can accomplish any mission given. Also, I am Jade, hello. And I probably bow also.
Good. We would not want to waste our time, our precious needs on those who are unseasoned. I do have a great task, but as you might imagine, this means I have to trust in those who I don't know. So I wish to get to know you. And I believe the way you get to know somebody in this case, by bringing out their inner spirit, not through discourse, dialogue where one can be fake, or too easily pull the wool over another's eyes. If you wish to help this kingdom, you would be honored, favored.
Gosh, Heather is just killing it in the chat today.
Seriously.
Bruh.
If I had inspiration to give you, I would give it, but I do not. But you're killing it.
I can't mute my mic, Nick. And we would bestow wealth on you so that you and all of your family throughout its generations would benefit. We must decide who goes on this journey. And this evening we are handing out small errands, small tasks to complete, one per group. Those who bring back the item we're asking for in this small task, faithfully, steadfast, and stand fast next to us will be rewarded, but more than that, we'll get the greater glory of a truly difficult task, but one you will be rewarded for greatly, and one we need desperately. If you're willing.
Yes, Majesty. What is this task?
We will tell you the larger task upon proving completion of the small one, which we will give out this evening. My man will divvy them up and you will draw lots and then complete the task you've drawn. They're all very nearly the same. To be as fair as possible.
Well, I thank you for the opportunity.
Initial task.
Oh, right. That's a good question.
You only need to wait outside. Further direction will be given then.
Very well.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you for this opportunity, Your Majesty. We will not fail you.
Yep.
Excellent.
I concur.
Okay, he waits patiently for you to leave.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we do
I
that.
would leave.
Bow
Or I
deeply.
do.
And
I don't know what everyone else does.
And we
As
leave.
we're walking
Yeah.
out, Razrin kind of whispers to his party members, "He didn't look that hairy. Why do we have to shave him?"
I think one of the other parties got here before us and shaped him already.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense.
They will
Yes.
certainly be given the final task. They have already passed the audition. So yeah, I guess
Love it.
go
He's not
go back out
smart.
into the antechamber and wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm smart either. Let me see. No, I'm average. I'm just not charismatic at all.
I am neither smart nor charismatic. So this is going to be fun.
Yeah, Halsey is both smart and especially charismatic. Yeah.
I'm not
well,
smart,
maybe
but
I
I'm very
should stop
confident.
shaking everyone's hand since I'm awkward, I guess. Or maybe I should do something where I invade everyone's space and get really close to them when I'm introducing myself.
You shake everyone's hand and go on for 2 or 3 seconds longer than everyone's comfortable with.
That's
Ooh,
a
you do
power
those
move.
uncomfortably long hugs. Where
Yeah.
they're just okay, they give you the I'm done pat and you just keep hugging.
Or I ask them really
Again.
personal things just off the bat.
Power move.
Prop dust them and make eye contact while you're doing it.
Ooh, yes. Yes.
Oh man, so good, so good.
So you leave the chamber doors and they close just as quietly and sort of impressively as before. Out in the center area now, you see that sort of tasked gentleman that you saw earlier has come up with a bag. And in it he's shaking. And you can hear some stones rattling around in the bottom.
Does he still have a sign on his back?
He does have a sign on his back still. And it is, you can see, let's put it like this. You can see the groups where this is amusing because they verbalize it and vocalize it in punish sort of ways as it comes up. Oh, yes, thank you. Well, don't worry, we'll be able to kick these monsters, these beasts. So you can, various puns along the way, not from everybody. Some are treating this person almost an extension of the king and giving them, nobody though wants to tell this person that they have a sign on their back.
I love it. I love it.
It's quite awkward.
Does he have shoelaces?
No, they're sandals. They're laced up like a sole.
Darn.
And then the rope comes
Like
through and
gladiators?
it's wrapped. It's like gladiator style for his shoes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
A little bit hard to.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right.
Yes,
I shall
but
hold
no.
off.
Okay. So he comes up to you and he shakes the bag. Who will be drawing lots for your group?
That guy's talked a lot, so probably him.
I am
And then
not
I point
an
at
artist. I do not draw well.
The pixie.
I mean, is it
Christy.
supposed to be
Yeah.
a blind drop? Because I could call that bag my home.
He turns to the.
Just fly in and grab something good and then come back out.
Mm-hmm.
So he's identified probably Lom or Halsey as the leaders, and so I've cornered them.
Okay.
That sounds about accurate.
Lom will look at Healthy and kind of hold up the rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
"Hmm?"
I'll do it then. Yep. So do I roll something or what?
You do. Roll percentile dice. I'm liking those tonight, I guess.
Percentile
Let's
dice.
see what you get.
Hang on a second. 83. Is that good or bad?
I'm
I'm
I
good
didn't-
with the percentile dice if it's rolling high because I've rolled twice. Yeah.
I can't tell you if it's good or bad, but
We'll see. Yep. It is what it is. Yep.
So he looks at it. He goes, okay. And he goes over and he pulls out sort of a bag full of scrolls and walks by, looks at yours and the rune that's etched into it, pulls out a scroll that matches and hands it to you. Goes on to the next group who hold up their tile and pulls out a scroll that the rune matches and hands it. And he goes through every group. So he's essentially handed you a scroll.
Can I open it and kind of roll it up and unfold it and read it? Yep.
Okay. So as you sort of unroll it, you see a tiny inlaid map of the coastline, you would say, around the island. So you get a little map of this whole island and a little mark that's not too far off from, if you had to guess the scale, it might be a quarter of a day to get there on, if the wind is appropriate, to push around that side of the island. And you see a small sort of sandy island off to the side of the coast. And marked on it is I guess make a. Are you skilled in history? Or
I guess I should be, but
intelligence-based skill.
Yeah. That's something I should have looked into because that's would be up her alley to be having skills like that. But that's something I should have asked you before. But I have 14 intelligence, so she's fairly smart.
Okay.
A little bit.
Just make an intelligence check then.
Yep. That is 19.
All right. It's clear that this is like a marked location to go to. And then underneath it are the words night spiders.
Oh, that sounds nasty, but interesting. Night spiders.
And there's a little bit of script underneath. And that is basically just a very short description of a... You're not really sure, but it says 3 sides protected by the night spiders. Stolen from the small village of Last. Recover it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's it. That's all that's on that scroll.
So, judging from the map, do we need a boat to get to that place, or can we walk there on the island?
You would need a boat, but it wouldn't need to be a significant ship or anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we need to get ourselves a boat and get to that place.
Yeah.
So I guess we go back to the harbor and see what we can find. Or rent or something. Yeah.
Maybe the ship that brought you here is still available.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That would be convenient.
Yep. And it wasn't that big, so that should work. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the harbor you go. And
does it look like there's anything that could be easily foraged on the way?
Through the city on the way back to the harbor?
Yeah, we don't go through anything on the way back out to the harbor. It's just all city.
It is definitely all city. It's
boo. Okay.
No, it's the problem of a big populous area. It is a problem. I am scrolling up a little mild bit of terrain here because we're going to need it
Cool.
in a
Yeah.
moment, perhaps. So I've moved off camera. There we go. And when you get back, you do see that the ship is still there. And it seems like the man is waiting. Just in case you might need anything.
This is kind of eerily convenient.
Yeah. Seems to be a little bit on your side, you could say, for many
Yeah.
things.
Maybe because we defended the ship
Yeah.
Possibly.
earlier. I mean, that
Possibly.
would be a reason I would want to continue to travel with someone if I knew that they were gonna keep me safe.
Mm.
No, we are blessed and chosen. Of course, they
That's
would
true.
want us to travel with them.
So, you get to the ship. He says, yes, happily, I'll take you there. To this location. And he looks, oh, well, do you show him the location?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Want the captain to know where he's supposed to go. Yeah.
It's usually a good idea.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Nah. It's all about the journey, not the destination.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So
Especially when there's spiders involved.
he takes you. And we
That's
take us
true,
to
yeah.
terrain. Wait a minute, hold on. I want to make sure camera one's on something, and then I'll ask again, and I'll do some switching from there. Yeah, could you take us to the terrain?
So epic.
So cool.
And whoops, I need to refresh this. Boom. Oops, now I get to be Anne. Sorry. You approach this area and you see the walls are sheer cliffs and high. In fact, looking around this island, you see that it is almost all encompassed by very difficult walls. And the only really place you could land or approach that you've seen on this side is that one harbor that was carved out where the boat and docks were.
How high is the cliff?
100 feet or so.
One question: have you had a chance to rest before, between the battle we had and now?
Yes, one full long rest.
Okay.
Oh, that's
perfect.
good to
Yeah,
know.
then I have my spells back. Yep. I thought it would be better to ask before we run into trouble again. So yeah.
No, it's good. It's good.
Thank you.
Love
Take
it,
a
love
little
it,
rest.
love it.
Good.
So it is not a place where you'd want to try to dock and go ashore. But Jade, you do see an opening that looks, I don't know, like a cavern in the sheer wall. No one else really notices it, but you have a keen eye and you're able to see it.
Oh wait, do I have a keen eye? Am I able to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't know what I'm gonna do with that information though.
It's up to you if you want to share it with somebody or not.
Does it, when I look around, does it look like anyone else has noticed?
No, it doesn't. But they are, looking, consulting the map, wondering, if this is the place, it should be the place, somewhere in this area.
Okay, so then I'm just like Look over there. I don't know.
Okay.
And I just kind of like direct everyone's eye.
All right.
Is that what we're looking for?
She points, and you can clearly see a smaller section that would maybe fit the bill to meet this map, and appears to have a place where you could anchor and climb to and at least lay in and rest. Or explore.
May I go up and scout?
Yes, you may.
Nice.
As my tiny scout. Okay. So I fly up and I just go to the mouth of the cavern area,
Oh, yep.
and take a look inside.
Okay. It seems
How
to
dark is it?
It's not real dark. It looks like it gets dark, and then you can see light at the other end where it seems like it's more like a tunnel than a cavern.
This seems like a tunnel. Is anyone interested?
Tunnel? What's inside the tunnel?
Air.
I am definitely
That was
interested in
perfect.
air. Yes.
Yeah, perfect answer. Yeah.
Because I can allow somebody a little stronger than myself to come up here with me in order to cast the anchor.
That's probably
Well, how
not me.
high up is it? I'm kinda strong.
Yeah, it's like 20 feet
You
up.
can just stand up and reach to your waist or something like that.
Would
It's
have
only
to,
half-
you'd have to jump a little bit to grab it, but you have to jump a lot.
I have a
It's 20 feet.
16th strength and I have pigeons.
You can
Pigeons.
climb.
Wow.
You can climb.
Teton.
Awesome.
Pitons.
Or I can take out a little pouch of pixie dust and just fly around and sprinkle it all over Razrin.
I love it. Sounds great.
Okay.
And now he can fly.
Now all you need is happy thoughts and you can fly.
You
Yeah.
can fly? You can fly?
Wait.
You can fly!
You have been.
Do I need the happy thoughts?
No.
Can I just fly without them?
Hopefully not.
You seem to be able to fly.
The happy
Okay.
thoughts help.
He still moves his legs like he is walking.
Through the air.
Yeah.
Like when you pick up an animal who's dog paddling, to continue. And you approach this as well, Razrin.
Yes. There does
Okay.
appear to be air in this cave.
You get up and look through. It seems deeper than would be depicted on the screen there, but it doesn't look significant other than like a passage through. And you can see trees, grass, trees and shrubbery and bushes on the other side. So you know that
Shrubbery.
on the other side there is land that you'd be going through to.
Who does this? And he looks down and he says, "There is a shrubbery. That way."
We really have the dream team right now.
I love it.
Yeah.
So great. I can't wait to see what you guys come back and tell the rest of us. I'm just so excited.
So
There is a single shrubbery.
I see a shrubbery. You don't need to hear us. Just look at this beautiful
Just, like,
scenery.
Thinking
Yeah.
about a centaur like trying to climb a rope. It's just kind of funny to me.
Same.
No, what you do is you grab
But
the rope with
also,
your
like-
human arms, and then you climb up the wall with all your horse legs.
No, I see it, but it's also like funny.
You'd have to have some
Like,
really
it-
strong human arms, though.
Yeah.
I know, like the upper body strength to do.
You would have to
carry
have
the
some like
huge
seriously
horse
beefy
body.
arms.
You'd have to have some
It's like-
Razrin sized arms.
That's bananas.
Like,
So you.
what is the weight of a centaur?
So
A
these
lot.
centaurs are not, despite the one depicted in the image, Jade is medium sized, bulky for
oh,
medium
okay.
size.
Because when I looked
so-
it up, it said 2,100 pounds.
Oh.
on.
Because my drag, push, or lift is 480.
Okay.
So when
I'll
I
have
looked
to-
it up, it was 2,100 pounds. But if I'm a smaller version,
You're a smaller
then
version.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Because that seems
You're
like a lot to
470
weigh.
pounds.
You might be around
You're like-
400 pounds or so, yeah. Well,
Okay, then I
I'll
can't-
look
Oh,
it up and
I'm just
like
a
a
little
pony
baby
centaur.
centaur
Yeah.
then.
It's like a
You can
pony
make-
centaur. Yeah.
yeah, it's
That
like
makes me feel like
we
a
can make a
loser.
harness and
or a deer
I want to
centaur.
be a badass. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, deer
Razrin.
centaur. That's awesome. Yeah.
You get to be a badass
Oh,
in a
actually,
different
deer
way.
centaur sounds cool.
Mhm.
Can I have horns too?
Yeah, except
Antlers.
your mini won't, but you can have them if you want. Some antlers.
Woohoo! It's
In your head,
decided. You
you have
can't take it back now.
That's fine with me.
I love it.
It
I love
works.
it.
A deer centaur.
Okay.
Why not?
So
Pretty
Razrin
slick.
will help pull you up.
Okay.
And pull everybody up. He's a big
That's
boy.
probably not difficult. You have clear situation. Razrin's strength allows you all to climb up and get into this cave. And as you walk through, you can see the other side opens up into
You can
a
see the
small,
shrubbery.
shallow bowl or valley, where in the middle a denser forest grows, and there's a large bit of rock or a small mountain, you might say, in the very middle of this. And that is actually where we have to end this evening.